Hello, my name is Tiffany and I am the nap reader. And this is my December, January book haul / library book haul. So first of all, I'm going to start with the books that I have out from the library this month. I guess I'll just go down my stack. The first book and why I got any of these, I can't tell you, but I just went to the library and I was like, I have to get that. It's like free, but even though it's not free, but it is free. So I just picked them up and it was probably too many, but you can't tell me what to do. So the first book that I got was in Victus by Ryan Graudin. I own her Wolf by Wolf series. I haven't read it yet, but I heard this was a cross between Doctor Who and something else, Firefly, and I've seen a few reviews and they said it was great. So when I saw it in the library, I was like, ooh, I need to snatch that up. And I don't even think anyone's on the wait list for it right now, so maybe I can keep it for 6 weeks and hopefully read it before I have to return it. The next book that I have is Tiny Pretty Thing by Sona Chera Patra and Danielle Clayton. And Danielle Clayton is coming to the North Texas Teen Book Festival this year, so I am trying to read some of her works before I get to go meet her. And this book kind of intrigued me because I've actually been kind of enamored with ballerinas. I watched that show on Hulu. Was it on Hulu? I don't know. I watched it on Hulu. I don't know what network it originally came on. But they're about pro ballerinas and just kind of their lives. And so this really seemed like it could intrigue me, and I'm very excited to delve into it. Next I have A Line in the Dark by Melinda Lowe. I know absolutely 110% nothing about this book, except for Books and Lala read it and she gave it 4 stars. Also, Melinda Lowe is coming to TBF, and so I want to read this book before I go so that I can have read her book before I meet her. It's less than 300 pages and I haven't seen anybody on the holds list for this, so I have no doubt that I will be able to finish it before I turn it in, and I'm very excited to read it. The next book I have is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. This has gone all around BookTube, gotten multiple good reviews. I've heard this is a book about a truth witch who can discern a truth from a lie. It is a book about female friendships, and it is a series where the books are still coming out. I've heard great things about it, and I really hope that I can finish this before I have to turn this in, because this has actually already been renewed twice. So I think I have like 2 weeks to read this. I also have 2 weeks to read the next 2, which is And I Darken and Now I Rise by Kirsten White. I just so happen to see these at my library. I had to pick them up because I really want to read them. Honestly, these covers are gorgeous, and I might just actually be picking them up to own. I also got this for $1.99 on my Kindle, so if I do have to turn these in before I'm able to get to them, I at least have this on my Kindle to start. This is about the daughter of Vlad the Impaler. That's pretty much all I know. I know that Allie from Hardback Hoarder really enjoyed this series, and I trust her recommendation, so I am definitely excited to give this a go. Next, I have Dress Codes for Small Towns by Courtney Stevens. This has been recommended to me by Books and Lala and Chelsea Darling Reads, and I'm actually 204 pages into it and really enjoying it. I will definitely finish this before I have to turn it in. It's about a girl who lives in a small town. She has a group of friends, and they're kind of all in love with each other, and it's just kind of about how everything unravels from there. I feel like it's also safe to say that at the beginning of the book, her father's a pastor, so she's kind of dealing with her sexuality because she's attracted to guys and girls, she thinks. I'm actually fairly upset that I have to put this on pause because I couldn't figure out a way to fit this into the winter biannual bibliothon, but I will definitely be reading this before the end of the month, and I'll let you know more of my thoughts in my January wrap up. Next were the physical books that I bought in January 2018. And the first on this stack I have is Thunderhead. And I mentioned this in one of my other videos that I have a problem buying series before I've even read the first book, and this is one of those cases. However, I have heard nothing but good things about the first in the series. It is by Neil Shusterman. It is about, I think it's our world in the future, and we don't ever die. So we have no illness, we don't have world hunger, there's no war, murder, so nobody ever dies. We all just grow older and older and older and older. So obviously there's going to be a population control issue. So in order to fix that issue, there are sides who have to determine who to kill, how to kill them, and why, basically. I think there are 2 characters you're kind of getting for this same scythe position. That's pretty much all I know about it. This is the second book in the series. I really hope to get to this soon. Next I got Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna McGuire. It's the 3rd book in the Wayward Children series. I don't want to go into too many details because this is about a character and the first one is a murder mystery, and spoilers. I have this on my TBR for the Winter Biannual Bibliothon, and I can give you some more thoughts soon. Next book I bought is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I was not originally intending on picking this up, but upon hearing further reviews, I have heard nothing but good things. And I have only read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping to really enjoy this. I will definitely be getting to this year, and when I was at Target, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm at Target, I have to get at least 1 book. So I bought this, and I actually bought 1 more book, which was Wonder by R.J. Palacio. And I basically bought this based on the fact that it is a movie that has just come out. I want to read it before I watch the movie. I want to say it's a middle grade, but it's possibly a YA about a boy with a deformity who's just trying to live a normal life. The previews for the movie looked really good, and so I really wanted to join in and read the book before I watched the movie, so I picked it up when I saw it at Target. Next, I got Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. This is a heavy book. Have I read the Red Rising trilogy? No. Is it on my very soon TBR? Yes. And I'm glad that I went ahead and bought this because I know I'm going to love that series, and I will just zoom right through all 4 of these. I can't even say anything about this because I don't know anything about the first 3. I want to say that the first 3 are about the demolition of a nation, and this is about rebuilding after a war, maybe? I'm really excited to get to it. Pierre Ford, who is somebody who I trust wholeheartedly, recommended me Nevernight. She recommended me The Name of the Wind. Loves the series. This is her absolute favorite series, and so I have absolutely no doubt that I will love this. Next, I have The Night of Cake and Puppets by Laini Taylor. I read the Daughter Smoke and Bone series in 2017, and I absolutely adored it. Absolutely love Laini Taylor. And I was watching a booktuber haul this book recently, and she was like, oh, look at the pretty cover. And then she was like, oh, look at the pretty cover. And I thought it was so freaking gorgeous that I absolutely had to have it. I know that I will definitely, and look at these end pages. Look at those. Look at those. I know that I will definitely miss this world soon. This is about Mick and Susanna, who are side characters in the story. I really loved them and their relationship, and I will definitely be picking this up soon. Side note, I was trying to tell you how many pages there were, and look, there's like illustrations. Yeah, it's less than 200 pages. I have no problem with that. I'll be getting to it soon. Next, I have The Diviners by Libba Bray, and I have been really wanting to pick this series up. I read her, I want to call it the Rebel Angels trilogy, but I know that's not the name of the first book. But I read that trilogy when I was in high school, and I really enjoyed it. And this book is about the 20s. It's paranormal, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. I am very, very, very excited to get to this. I can't wait to wrap up the series that I'm in the middle of. This will be one of the first series that I pick up. And I did well because I only bought the first one, so if I'm enjoying it halfway through, I will buy the rest of the series. Last but not least for my physical copies is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. It's a middle grade novel that I've heard great things about. Reagan talked about it recently. I think she read it towards the end of the year and it made her favorites of 2017 list. It's about an 11-year-old girl who is cursed. And I think she's basically, if I remember correctly, she's going to die on her 11th birthday. And before that rolls around, she's whisked off to a different world. I don't know. I've heard great things. I trust Reagan wholeheartedly. She is my go-to for fantasy. And so I picked this up. She's not the only person I've heard about this from either. And everybody seems to have loved it. I always love to have some middle grades on my shelf to pick up. I also kind of justify it saying that I'm building a library for my children when they get older. I just had to have it. It was also another one of those situations where I went to Target and I was like, well, I can't leave without a book, so I left with this one. I had considered doing a Kindle haul this go around, but I've decided against it. They're not kind of organized in a way that I can figure out what I bought when because I read a lot on my Kindle. I definitely plan on doing a Kindle tour very soon. If you are very interested in seeing what I buy on my Kindle each month, leave me a comment down below because I do buy a lot on my Kindle. I check the Goodreads and Amazon deals every day, and they have a lot of new releases, books that I'm excited about, books that are coming out with sequels that are very, very popular and well loved. They'll have the first in a series. They just run different things at different times of the year, and they'll have them on sale for $1.99, $2.99. And I actually find that I enjoy reading on my Kindle more than I enjoy reading physical copies of books. So I buy them a lot. As I said, if you are interested in Kindle book hauls every month, I will definitely consider doing those for you. Aside from that, I'm going to be doing a Kindle tour soon. And that was my wrap up for my December 2017, January 2018 book haul / library book haul. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you liked this video, please subscribe for more content. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.